Bugsy McGraw?
Great. He didn't develop till later in the business when he finally turned. I mean, he was a great, super. I worked with him a lot in Australia, Bugsy McGraw, and he was a heel in Australia. I was a baby face. He and Butcher Brannigan were partners. When they were 6-man tag, I had the two guys, Larry O'Day and Ronnie Miller, the two guys that owned the territory, and myself a 6-man tag with Bugsy, Butcher Brannigan, and Steve Rackman. Steve Rackman is the guy that's Gronk in Crocodile Dundee.
Oh no, Donk, yeah. The massive guy.
Donk. Yeah, he was a manager. He was a manager there, and I remember a match in Melbourne with Bugsy but Joe Nova Brannigan. He threw his back out the night before, so he was my back. He was a big baby, nice guy, great guy, but he was a big crybaby. So he was my back, so he called the hotel. So the hotel said they send the doctor up. This is in Australia now, so they send the doctors. Okay, so they shot in his back. They shot him with about 80 milligrams of Valium. And he came, and we were wrestling in Festival Hall in Melbourne that night. Big house, 6-man tag. Rackman was in the ring, and we were going to kill Rackman for some reason. So started out the match, and he started anyway. He got, he couldn't see anyway. This is more about Brannigan than it is about Bugsy McGraw. But he couldn't see. He had horrible vision anyway. So he started out the match with Larry O'Day, took him over, had an arm, went to kick him in the arm, kicked him right in the eye. Boom. Yeah. I said, Larry tags out to Ronnie Miller, the other owner of the territory. Ronnie comes in, 1, 2, boom, hits him right in the mouth. Bloody nose, back in his teeth. Now, the 6-man tag, he's looking around. He's looking around for me to come in and make a save. Brother, I wasn't going anywhere. I was holding the end of the turnbuckle pole, hiding outside the ring. I wasn't getting anywhere near that fool. He was just built on self-destruction. Another time, Bugsy McGraw, what a good guy he was. We had we were Nikolai. It was me, Nikolai, and Bad Leroy Brown. I was a heel now. And we were Manny, Steve Kern, Manny Fernandez, Steve Kern, and Bugsy, naturally. So Bugsy was on the corner. So Kern and Manny were giving Nikolai the business. They duck under him and whack. They smack him in the back. And Nikolai was just a big country goof. Jack. It was a big country goof. He was, whack. You hear him whack him in the back. And Nikolai go, oh, let me get out of here. Get these friggin' dogs. Yeah, so they would duck under Nikolai and boom, smack him in the back hard. So you hurt me. Stop. And they do it 2 or 3 times. 3 or 4 times, actually. They're switching off on him. So finally, Nikolai was trained as a boxer. He had trained previously as a boxer. He says, stop. And he goes, okay, you want? So all of a sudden he jumps up and he starts going like this, like he's butt. And Mary did, so he boom, right, left, right, and knocked him right over the bottom rope. And he's out cold on the bottom rope. Oh shit, here we go. And so everybody's standing around looking at each other like, where the hell do we go from this? What happens now? So it was Bugsy that finally jumped in the ring and started making a comeback on Nikolai. And I was the one that ended up dropping the fall. To Manny at the end, I picked him up, carried him around, and somebody was laying down, and I tripped over backwards. He pinned me.
Have you got any more stories? Have you got any more stories about Donk? You must have more stories about Donk.
Oh, I didn't get around him to me. He blamed. I don't know. He was kind of. He wasn't around too much. He would come and but he juiced himself, and I don't think he'd leave it until the next morning. He'd show up on TV all covered in blood. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. But there was some, Donk. That was Donk.
Did they?
I guess he was based with Paul Hogan, I imagine.
Did the WWF mean to hire Donk instead of Outback Jack? They must have.
Probably. Rackman he's kind of he was a beat to himself guy. I don't know to do much. Never had talks with him, but didn't know him very well.